Coach. Thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Watson. And able to find Allen Lazard. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Allen Lazard, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. Check.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check out. Hey, alert.
Rosen will throw. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Alert! Here we go. Check safety. Alert 3.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He finds Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Here's Ajayi. And he will lose lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
On second and 11 now. Watson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
On second and 9, Rosen. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Middle.
Switch.
One down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. Watch safety.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's go heavy.
Hey, alert.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Ball going deep here. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 80, 80, 80. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Monday.
Throwing on second and 8. Rosen finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
Watch a slap, watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Now Gordon on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Monday.
On second down, Eckler. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He was brought down by Eli Apple. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Watch 36. 36 the mic. All day, just like that. Just like that. Echo. 36. Mike, 36. Let's get the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Safe.
After the interception, here's Rosen. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the...
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
This the mic. Army. Joker. Kill. Switch.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley, from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
49 to Mike. 49.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. On first down, it's Watson. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some.
49 to Mike. 31.
Watson on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 4-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Share. Line him up.
This is Ajayi. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Rosen. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Set. 19. 26. Line up, go. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 49's the mic. Let's go.
On first down, Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. He's got the hook up to Lazard. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hug. Shift. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Monday. Rush in.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here, it's Rosen. All going deep here for Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Check 55. Check 9.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49, guys. 49. Ready? Mike's 49. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 3. Check.
Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson, going for it all. Allen Lazard there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Here is Eckler. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good too, so the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now it's Rosen looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Rosen will throw. And now here's another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watson, off play action. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From just shy of midfield, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 25 on second down, Rosen. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Got his man. It's Williams. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Hunter Henry brings it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Undercrush.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon. 2nd and goal. To throw is Rosen. And now here is another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw it won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This fielded at the 2. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey, 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Watson. He's got Fuller. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Steps away to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And it's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Monday.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That's what I'm talking about.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on, fellas.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now and that's caught inside the 30. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now it's Taylor. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again, Taylor. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now, Watson buying time to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room.